Hi everybody, it's Tom, and today is Saturday, September the 10th, 2011, and we're fixing to start painting the Jeep. So today I'm going to start painting body panels. I'm going to paint at least the doors and the tailgate, and that's probably all I'll get done today. It's already getting late in the day, so let's get started, let's get moving. And I'll show you what I'm using. Okay, right here I'm using Omni base coat. This is the factory code color for the 90 Jeep Wrangler, and I'm getting ready to mix it up. I bought half a gallon of the paint. Let me get me some gloves on just in case I have an episode here. I bought a half a gallon. I hope that's going to be enough. It should be. We are painting a lot the back side of just about every panel, but I think we're going to be okay. So this is a PPG brand paint. Mix it 1-to-1. Most of you guys already know all that shit. Now, I carefully measured out. I had this reducer left, which I'm using medium reducer here, as you can see. I had it left over from a job I did. And I was worried that some of it may have, I poked an air hole. A lot of times I poke air holes in my cans so they'll pour out good. And I poked an air hole in, and I was worried that maybe I've had this sitting here for, I don't know, probably close to a year. So I was a little bit worried that maybe some of it gassed off. So what I did was I checked. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but the 32-ounce mark is right there, and I got 2 cups of that, so I'm good to go. Now, my biggest hope here is that when they mixed up my paint, they gave me exactly 64 ounces. So I guess we're getting ready to find out. I guess I could check it real quick with a paint stick and see. Okay, that's going to be okay, that's full, so I'd say that's pretty close. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I'd say that's pretty close to half the can. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pour all my reducer in there. I'm going to mix all my paint up one shot. And there we go. So my paint, all the paint that I purchased is mixed. I want it to all be mixed together before I ever start painting the first panel. I'll stir that up a little bit. Give me a paper towel. And we'll just toss that away. Alright, so all my paint is mixed. I have a gallon of sprayable material. I'll give that dude a good shake here later on. Now let's look at some of the rest of the stuff I'm using here. I'm just showing you guys what I'm using. I don't promote anything for anybody. I could care less. I'm buying the materials that I can afford, and that's what I'm using. So I got myself a brand new gallon of Omni Clear. This is MC 270. I've got a medium hardener, activator, whatever to put in it. Alright, so that's what I'm going to be shooting on top of my base. Over here today I got my gun soaking. I'm getting ready to get it out and clean it thoroughly before I start the project. I will use the same gun to shoot clear. You know, that's the best I can do. I don't have the funds to have paint guns, multiple paint guns. So that's where I'm at on that. So those are the products I'm going to use today. I got my base coat right here. I've got my clear coat, and I'm just about ready to get going here. Now what I'm going to do here now, I'll show you my pieces. I got them hung up. I'm getting ready to wipe them off. I'm going to shut the building up, except for this door over here. This door has a screen. Okay, now here in Tom's world we don't have paint booth. You know, we're just I'm just an average cat trying to get myself as professional looking as possible paint job. And what I have here is a bamboo curtain that I put down, and what that does, it blocks and filters the air off of my air compressor, and there you go, it comes on cue. So what this does is block and filter the air that I'm going to pull in from my screened in area, and also when the air compressor kicks on and starts blowing, it'll block it. It helps to take the dirt out. I've blown it off, and the little holes were just full of shit. So that's the best protection I can do right now. Here's my fan, just your basic box fan. I do have another fan that is that'll move quite a bit more air, and I plan later on here after I get done with this project to move the shop around some more, and I'm going to put that fan on this wall with a shutter deal, sort of like what the Rick Fix has. And I think Pete also has a great big one in one of his bays where you turn the fan on and the shutter just flies open. And I'm going to do that there. Put it in the wall somewhere. There we go. Hopefully you can hear me now. Hopefully I wasn't screaming at everybody. So what I'm getting ready to do now, I'm going to go ahead and shut my doors. This door and the third door over here. I'm going to shut those. And we'll be pulling air over here from the screened in area, and that's the best that I can do. Will there be dirt in my paint? Hell yes, there'll be dirt in my paint. This isn't a paint booth. You know, this is the best I can do. Hopefully there won't be very much dirt in my paint. Usually I can get my base coats down with no issues at all. My issues start when I start to clear, because I'm going to use a tack rag between coats of base. I don't know what some of the more professional guys' take is on the tack rags. I've seen people use them. I've seen HPR use them, but I don't know. But I'm going to use one. I don't know if it's something you should or shouldn't do, or if it's optional or whatever. But this is the way that I go about it. So I'm going to use my tack rag on, I got a brand new one today, and I'm going to use it to take and tack between coats on my base, and any fuzz or hair that gets on it will you know, it'll take it off. And then now when I go to my clear coat though, usually that's when the action starts on the dirt or whatever. Hopefully it won't be bad. I hope it isn't bad, but I'm going to cut it and buff it anyway. So as long as we don't have like a fish eye or some unforeseen big problem, you know, we shouldn't have any trouble. You know, everything will cut and buff. So I got my floor wet. I always wet my floor when I paint. I don't know what good it does. Hopefully it does some good. I'm sure it keeps me from kicking up dust, but I think Jeff said one time that you know, as the water gases, you know, you get particles of dirt, and that very well may be so. It sounds logical, you know, so I'm sure dirt does come up off the floor anyway, but it has to be better than sloshing around in the dust. So we're getting ready to get going here. Let me get going on this. I'm gonna get these wiped down with grease and wax remover. Anything that has a spot of metal showing, I will touch it with self-etching primer. I will wait 30 minutes after I do that, tack it, and I will start painting. We'll check in periodically. I'm not going to show you painting. You know, I'm a one-man show here. My thoughts are you know, I'm getting geared up here to do this. My thoughts are concentrating on getting the job done and not screwing it up. And I'm trying to, you know, I'm going to make sure I'm prepared for every possible thing that may or may not happen that I can think of, so that if something does happen, I can take care of it immediately. And that's where I'm at right now, guys. So let me get on this. It's going to take a couple hours, probably, well, maybe an hour and a half to once I start shooting to do it. We'll probably put 3 coats of color on, of base coat, maybe 4, just depends. We'll see how it goes. I don't know how transparent the paint is. Hopefully it's not too bad, so I'll have enough for the whole job. And we'll get this going. So stay tuned and hang on, and we'll see what kind of a situation we can get over here.